Hey everyone, it's Coach Mo Faul, America's kick-ass career coach, and I'm here for a weekly series on the law of attraction. And why the law of attraction, Mo, and why a weekly series? Well, I'll tell you what, the results I get with the women in my kick-ass career coaching program has a lot to do with who they are and what they think about themselves. And I'm going to talk about why that's so important. And not enough people understand the law of attraction. And there's this problem with the law of attraction. We think it's some thing that's like a pseudo religion or some like, well, maybe it's out there. I don't know. It's science. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm a scientist. I'm a nurse. I was a big science geek all my life, and I still am. I read books on quantum physics for fun. And I want to tell you a few things about the law of attraction that you may not know. And if you knew them, you would understand why your life might be kind of like a little bit bumping along and perhaps not exactly being where you want to be. Now, I'm on this new platform. I'm at my computer. I'm talking. I'm not holding my phone up and doing the selfie Facebook Live. I am like officially in like a broadcast area here. So try to address people's comments. So please be patient with me as I am navigating this little dashboard thing I got going on. I'm so excited about it. And if I'm not looking up at my camera, I don't know where my head's supposed to be turning. Listen, the bottom line is that today I want to get you some solid information about why your life is the way it is. And, you know, the law of attraction requires one thing only, and that's you. Yes, the law of attraction is all about you and your energy and your consciousness. And I gotta tell you one thing that's surprising to most people who I talk to, and this week, just a little sidebar here, this week I've released an interview with a client of mine. Her name is Jess, and she was a big law of attraction person. And when we started working together, she started to understand that the law of attraction was indeed working for her all the time. Most people think the law of attraction is just manifesting what we want. And you know that like saying that people have, like, be careful what you ask for. That's like scarcity. Like, I don't really want what I ask for. And oh, by the way, if you see if I can point in the right direction, a sleeping dog. That's my lovely dear Maggie. She is the most well-coached dog on the planet. She's with me all the time here in my office, hearing all the great coaching. She's going to be a law of attraction expert. As a matter of fact, she already is. Here's the thing. Maggie knows that if she's just patient and waits for me to feed her, she's going to get fed. She also knows that she's going to get walked and she's going to get led into the dog park, and I'm going to open doors for her. She just knows it. She just knows that that's the way it's going to be. Because she and I have been with each other for over 12 years, she doesn't have to guess or think, or will it happen this time? Is this still going to work? Is this owner thing still going to work? She has beliefs. Now, I'm kind of kidding a little bit because dogs don't really have beliefs. They have more instincts and intuition, and they're trained. They're trained, stimulus response trained. They don't have what we have here called the prefrontal cortex. And this prefrontal cortex can be a friend of ours or it can be a foe. But I'm going to talk a little bit today because I'm talking all week about the law of attraction. So it's going to be in chunks. So here's the thing. Today, I'm going to talk about the essential components of the law of attraction. You can find this information also in my blog, mofaul.com/blog. And again, today, Motivational Monday. This week, it's an interview with my beautiful client, Jess, in Asheville, North Carolina. She's awesome. And she went through some bumpy roads on her way to understanding her true power. Matter of fact, when we got off the interview a couple of weeks ago, we did the interview. We got off the interview. That afternoon, she got a call. She got a call from a new employer for a pretty nice increase, a pretty nice jump in her compensation and in some autonomy jump also. So she's been busy sorting that out and figuring out what's best for her long-term career, because she's no longer doing knee-jerk career moves. She's doing strategic moves based on who she is and what she wants in her life, because now she knows that. So the law of attraction requires one thing, and that is you. And if I just cover up this, you, my dear, yes, you lovely soul, you have things embedded in you called beliefs. Yes, indeed. So why are you and your beliefs the real reason why the law of attraction does what it's done? Vicky, my puppy's name is Maggie. Thank you for asking. She's trying to decide if she's going to stay in for this discussion or not. She's like, I don't know. This isn't like the real coaching. I'm usually getting some more gritty coaching. She's thinking, I think I'll scratch an ear. Anyway. So you, my dear soul, are the reason why the law of attraction even exists, because you are an energetic being. And I'm going to prove that with a handy dandy little energy stick that I got from one of my gorgeous clients, Shelly. She gave me this energy stick. And if you touch both ends, let's say I was doing this earlier. What? I am lighting up this energy stick. The only thing that's happening is that I'm touching it. Okay? I'm touching the ends. If I wasn't energy, those ends would not light up. And this is a beautiful child's toy given to me by one of my clients. And I'm telling you what, the only reason why it's lighting up, let's see if we can get my energy going again on this. The only reason why it was lighting up is because I am energy. So for those people who want to say, but Mo, I don't believe we live in an energetic universe, get an energy stick. All this is filaments. Let me just see if I can. Filaments in there of metal that are being exposed to my energy. And I'm literally lighting this up. Thank you, Shelly, for my energy stick. Hey, Tracy, how are you? So this energy stick proves my point. We are energy. And folks, if we're energy, and if I can turn this energy stick on by my energy, you know what? Everything else in the universe and every other person is energy also. Let's get this thing to light up again. It takes a second or two to receive my energy, to have it go on. So if all of us are energy and I can touch this stick and transmit my energy, guess what else is happening? I am emitting energy even when I'm not touching the stick. Those fingers haven't stopped emoting energy. They're still doing it. So is the rest of my body. My entire beingness is energy. How do you think your heart beats? Unless you have a pacemaker or an automatic implantable defibrillator, your heart is beating in its own energy. So you are energy. And to deny that is just silly and uninformed. You are energy. So we got to take that and then build on that. So if we're energy, what does that mean? Well, what it means is that if we are energy, since we are energy, we are attracting like energy. We are attracting like energy in people, places, things, events. It's all an attractor pattern for where we are energetically. So if you are down low, and I talk about the emotional guidance scale with my clients all the time. If you're in fear and doubt and pessimism, guess what you're going to be attracting? Fear and doubt and pessimism. Now, here's the thing. You may not know that you're in fear and doubt and pessimism because you might have layers and layers of beliefs. You may have layers of beliefs that are actually causing you to not know that you're in fear and pessimism. Another unfancy word for beliefs is your stories. So if I have a story around everyone being generous and loving, I'm going to be in the world in a way that is generous and loving and expecting generous and loving. And I'm going to see generous and loving. And if I have a teeny little encounter of not generous and loving, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go, walk the other way. I'm going to ignore it because it's not in line with my energy frequency. So it's not going to be sucking me in. Now, if I have a bad day or if I have an encounter that energizes negative energy and then I have that, it's going to be like, oh, well, of course I interacted with that. I just had a negative interaction with someone and I was on a different energy level. So of course I'm going to have that. Now, what happens over our lifetime is that our belief system becomes so entrenched. It's literally the filters that we see our life with. If I didn't wear my glasses, I would be seeing things kind of fuzzy. But with my glasses on, I see things much more clearly. I can see that Kimmy and Vicky and Tracy are here with me, and maybe there's some others. If you want to say hello to me, feel free. I guess I can. Tracy French, hi. Oh, I can show my comments. This is fun. All right, hide current comment. Okay, that was a little fun. So over our lifetime, we have entrenched beliefs that create such a template of how we filter the world. It's like we get a little spectacle prescription. And if we believe that we aren't enough, if we believe that bosses are nasty, if we believe that people with money are evil, if we believe that we can't manage money, if we believe that we are always going to get the short end of the stick, if we have all of these beliefs deep inside our energy, we now have an energy template that's going to attract that. Hey, Kimmy. Oh, I'm going to show that comment. Thanks, Kimmy. So when we have that belief system structured over years and decades of our lives, we don't even know it exists. It's just part of who we are. Well, I'm just the devil's advocate, and I always play the devil's advocate at meetings. Those people drive me nuts. You don't have to be the devil's advocate. You don't have to be thinking of things the glass half empty. Why do you do that? Because someone bigger than you, someone who had more authority, someone who told you how to be, maybe when you were little, maybe this big, they told you how to be. They told you how to see the world. They told you how to see yourself. And these are the two categories of beliefs that we have. Beliefs of the self and beliefs of the world. I want you to stop right now and write down two beliefs that you have about the self. I don't know. Are they positive or negative? Just write down two. Two self and two world beliefs. So I believe about myself that I am fearless, and I believe that I'm loving. And most people who know me, I hope, would agree with that. I'm fearless and I'm loving. What do I believe about the world? That the world is a safe place and that the world is full of love. I do. And those of you who know me, you know that that's how I view myself and the world. What are your beliefs? Just two. And if you want to share them here in the comments, I'd love to get some feedback and dialogue with you about this, because this is a fun, fantastic topic. This is life right here. The law of attraction is life. You know, if I drop my energy stick, and I'm just going to do that, whoop, that's the law of gravity. The law of gravity tells us that if we drop something, it's going to hit the lowest point that's available to it. It's just going to drop. I would never let go of this energy stick and think it's not going to drop, because I know the law of gravity is always there. Just like the law of attraction is always there. Tracy French, I'm afraid of failure. May I share that with you? So, afraid of failure means that you're an attraction pattern for failure. So, Tracy, can you turn that fear into what you actually want? And this is actually how I'm going to be conducting the rest of the series this week. I'm going to be talking about how we can reframe and move forward on different ways of thinking about ourselves and our world. So, Tracy, if you say, I'm afraid of failure, you are enhancing and energizing that reality, that attractor pattern. So you're going to bring to you that attractor pattern. No! Don't bring the failure attractor pattern, Tracy! Stop it! Bring whatever attractor pattern you want. So that's the key difference. So you have self-beliefs and world beliefs, And that becomes your conditioning. And you may not even know, but Tracy, I guess you know that you have some conditioning that makes you afraid of failure. And that, my friend, is going to give you an attractor pattern of that. Not what you want. I am sure of it. I am positive, absolutely sure you do not want an attractor pattern of fear of failure. I would bet that you want an attractor pattern of success and happiness and prosperity. So write down 2 things that you want yourself to be and feel, and 2 things that you want the world to be and for you to feel about the world. So I feel the world is a loving, beautiful place. And I see the world as full of humans who are just doing their best. About myself, I want to see myself be powerful and helpful to people. And I want powerfulness because I want to make a big impact. I want to help people understand that this way of living, when we live in alignment with the law of attraction, when we use our energy, when we use it in the right way, we can move ourselves out of conditioning that makes us unhappy to conditioning that makes us happy. Don't we want to, whoops, I got to do this right way. Unhappy conditioning to happy conditioning. All right, Rose, I like what you have to say. I love it. And so, Rose, how does it feel to say I'm a great person? Doesn't that energize a great attractor pattern? So guess what? You are going to be attracting that energy to you. Tracy says she paralyzes, the fear of failure paralyzes her first, and eventually I move past it. Absolutely. And so how do we move past these things? We move past these things by creating a new set of beliefs. When you have, this is like backwards. When you have a new set of beliefs of the world and yourself, you can change. You can change anything, actually. You can change the world. You can change the world through you. Okay? That's what the law of attraction tells us. The fact that we are energy means that we actually are able to change our energy. Don't you love this? Shelley Nelson, I'm so happy that you gave me this because it was like the perfect toy for me to do this law of attraction thing. I am energy. I am energy, and so are you. And so Amy's saying, what if we aren't focused on negative beliefs, which I truly believe I'm not, but I'm still stuck in a pattern? It's conditioning, Amy. There is probably some conditioning that you haven't quite gotten to yet. And we're going to talk about that later in the week. I just want everyone to embrace, understand that what you believe about yourself and the world is what you have coming. So Amy, I would say dive deep into that. There may be some feelings of self-worth or not being enough that might be playing out here. And that's stuff to get at, because those lessons, that attractor pattern is going to come over and over again until we get it, until we clear it up, until we move it to where we want it to be. I got to tell you one thing about the law of attraction. It's always on. It's always working. I could pick up this energy stick at any time, and my energy attractor pattern is always going. Always. Even when I'm sleeping, if someone would put this between my hands when I'm sleeping, it'd be going on. My conditioning and what I believe deeply, and it's, again, not even consciously. You might be consciously thinking, oh, I affirm that I'm a good person, that I'm great, that I can do anything I want. But if you're not really believing it, that's where most people get kind of hung up. Our beliefs are thought, feeling, energy. It's the combination. It's not just thinking, which is why affirmations can't always get at it, because we have to believe inside, deep in our conditioning, a certain way. And this is very tricky. It's so tricky that so many people, let's see what Rose has to say. When people say negative things about me, it does hurt, but I know that I'm not what they say. So Rose, I'm not sure why people are saying negative things about you. Hey, Marissa. But perhaps it's a reminder to just clean up a little bit about how you feel about yourself. And you know what? The intellect, the gremlins are going to fight this. At first, the gremlins are going to fight this. Well, I don't think that way about myself. Why am I seeing that? I'm telling you what, I can guarantee you that there's some attractor pattern in you. If you're having negative experiences in life, there's some attractor pattern there. And it's up to us to go and dive in deep and create new belief systems, because this law of attraction thing is always working and it always gets it right. Always. The energy that we emit through our filters of our beliefs is what happens in our life. And I have witnessed hundreds of women changing their beliefs of their self and their world, changing their conditioning, and going from the frowny face to the happy face. It's not necessarily a straight line, folks. It can be a jagged, swirly, loopy, back this way, come forward, zoom, 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 zoom. And it's not ever done. It's just like brushing our teeth. You know, we wake up in the morning, mouth doesn't feel great. Brush, 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 brush. Oh, the mouth feels great. We eat breakfast, we drink coffee. It's like, oh, the mouth doesn't feel great. Like, do you judge your mouth? Why doesn't my mouth feel great all of a sudden? I don't understand. This is ridiculous. I need a new mouth. No. We just accept it as it's just what happens as we're living. So that's the other aspect of the law of attraction going in the wrong direction. It's never really in the wrong direction, but what you might be perceiving it's the wrong direction because you're not getting what you really want. And you're not getting what you really want because your beliefs are in conflict. So if you want a new job making $120,000 and you're not feeling that you have the self-worth, or you're not feeling that people are going to pay you that, or you're not feeling that you're really worth it, or you're not really ready, or you don't want that responsibility, or you don't believe it's true, or all of these things that are possibly stuck inside way down there that you don't even want to look at, that you maybe haven't looked at, that you kind of want to peek into, but you're like, every time you look, you're like, ah! Just kidding, actually, but it's not just in our shirt, it's in our subconscious. But I think you get the point. So you want to have a deep understanding of what you believe. And the way you get that understanding of what you believe is by looking at what you've got. If you're unhappy, you've got unhappy conditioning. And someone along the way convinced you to think of the world a certain way that's now making you unhappy. And why is that? Why is our conditioning not in alignment with our happiness? You want the answer? Because I have the answer. I know why this is. So all of this conditioning was probably instilled upon any of us and all of us by well-intentioned adults, whether they be family members, teachers, coaches, whomever interacted with us all of our years. They were fearful and trying to make sure that we didn't hurt ourselves or that we didn't get disappointed in life. Don't think that you're so smart, because what happens when other people don't feel as smart around you? Don't brag about your awards because other people aren't going to be happy with you. Don't be so happy. People don't like happy people. I mean, we can go on. And I would love it if you guys could maybe give me some things that you were told, things that you were conditioned to believe. Also, we are conditioned to believe that if we get straight A's and we do our work and we work really hard, that we're going to succeed. Nope. I see it time and time again. Women who are super smart, who do all the work, get straight A's in college, master's degrees, PhDs, super smart women, and they are efforting their butts off. Deep down inside, there's a feeling of not being worthy, that they have to keep working their butts off and proving their worth. And it's never enough. And you can't work hard enough to overcome some negative beliefs about yourself. You can't work hard enough. There's not enough hours in the day. There's not enough projects to complete. There's not enough work to overcome a feeling of not feeling worthy. It's impossible. You're getting too big for your britches. Love, Mom. Oh, Tracy, that's good. So, love, Mom. I'm posting that comment because that's priceless conditioning. Our moms, God bless them, and we can only hope that we don't invoke the same on our children. You're getting too big for your britches. Love, Mom. So that's a slap in the face both ways. Is that a congratulations for what you've done, but I'm pissed at you for showing up so big and making me look small? I love your mom, Tracy, and I'm sure you do in many ways also, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Amy says, I was told I need to find a man who made a lot of money because I have expensive taste. Well, that's not LOL, Amanda. That is downright deep conditioning of you not being enough and you not being worthy and you not being responsible enough. So I say, kill that belief, dead on arrival. You are enough and you absolutely can make money and you absolutely can afford your own taste. See how we're conditioned? Pisses me off. Marissa, I was conditioned to think that other people's needs are more important than my own. I know. I was just talking to someone earlier today about the fact I was raised Catholic, all right? Unapologetically raised Catholic, hook, line, and sinker. One of the commandments in the Old Testament, if you guys were Christian, even Jews, our faith is that we're supposed to love our neighbor as ourselves. I never found anywhere in Catholicism how to love myself. Never, not one piece, not one iota about how to love myself. So how can I possibly love my neighbor as myself? If I loathe myself, I'm going to loathe my neighbor. That's how it goes. So where's that instruction manual? Because that's supposed to come first. So when we give up ourselves over and over and over and over and empty ourselves and empty ourselves and empty ourselves, we have nothing left. How else could we possibly be than cranky? And we're not getting what we want because our attractor pattern is depleted. So we are going to be depleted in what we attract. We're going to attract lack all over the place because we're working our ass off and nothing's coming back. I got some good stuff now on this once I mentioned the Catholic thing. Don't act stronger around men. I know, Joanne. I mean, over and over again. As a matter of fact, in my experience as an executive, my first, 20 years as an executive, I was one of the few women in most of the boardrooms and the meetings. And we'd have great meetings and lots of good stuff and lots of stuff going on. And they'd all go into the men's room and I'd be the single person going to the women's room. And I'm now out of the loop. I kind of started like despising the fact that I was a woman. And eventually I developed breast cancer. And I know part of that was poisoning myself against being pissed off that I was a woman in a man's world. And I'm certain that more than one woman here on this can relate to that. Here's Rose with, my dad told my sister and I that his mom didn't work, raised 7 kids on her own, didn't have any help. Her husband passed away. He told us to live simply. That didn't need money. Yeah, because there's not enough money, Rose, right? So, there's not going to be enough money. You have to live simply, scrimp, think small. And you know what? Here we go. And basically depend on a man. Last time I looked, that wasn't like a really good option. I don't know about you guys. So here's the thing. Energy beings. We can create our own prosperity, our own positive outcome, but we have to begin with this girl right here. This girl, that woman. We must also own our power. Otherwise, we don't have an attraction pattern for our own power. Was told to pretend that you don't know anything. Rose, we got to talk. There's a lot of conditioning there, Rose, that we got to like smash up with some dynamite and build new beliefs around powerfulness, around capabilities, around you being able. It all starts with our conditioning. So your belief systems and we're back. Your conditioning I definitely all those have to go. Tracy, see you. So your conditioning is the answer. If you have conditioning that is showing up in scarcity, limited power, not being all that you are, that we have to get at that. You have to get at that because it is shrinking you. It is hurting you. Oh yeah, I was going to say, why in the world does this hurt so much? And I'm going to tell you that. For sure, Mo, for sure. Where are you from, Rose? For sure. Why does playing small hurt so much? Because our inner being, our big, beautiful energy center. I'm going to be playing with this all night. Again, thank you, Shelly Nelson, for this beautiful, fun toy that proves that I am energy. Our inner being, I call it your soul, because I want you to bring your soul to work. Your soul has all the power. Your soul is beautiful and brilliant and awesome and smart and courageous and brave and knows how to do stuff and be a certain way that is uniquely you. You are enough. You're awesome. But the conditioning is competing with it. It's like the conditioning is covering up this whole thing. Well, it's still going to go off that energy. It's like the conditioning is closing this off. You can't see my energy. It's closing it off. And that hurts. It hurts to have conditioning that is against the power of our beautiful, magnificent self. And our conditioning wins. I talk about this in my webinar. It's the gremlins. The gremlins take up residence. They're like jumped on our back and they're like living on us, like pulling us down, keeping us small, keeping us stuck and stifled and in fear mode. And we can't make decisions. We can't take action. We don't ask our boss for what we need. We get job after job that we play small and people bitch at us and we have bad bosses. It's our attractor pattern. We need to change it. Change your beliefs. You can't work past your beliefs. You can't work hard enough to overcome negative conditioning. It's impossible. I'm telling you this for sure. You must change how you think and how you feel about yourself and about the world. And if you don't do that, you are going to have the same negative result in your life, and you're going to blame others, and you're going to shrink, and it's going to hurt, and you'll be stuck, and you'll be immersed in fear, and you'll be drowning in quicksand, and you'll be going under. So many women I work with are in their late 40s, early 50s, and they are under it. And grabbing that woman out and helping her save her life is the work I love doing. You have got to change in order for your life and your career and your job and your income and your happiness to be different. You must do the work. I'm a great coach. I've got fantastic techniques, and I have the recipe for success that hundreds of women have gone through. But if you don't change who you are inside and match that up with your beautiful soul, who wants to do good in the world, who wants to do great work, who wants to match her education and expertise and experience to a great paycheck. She wants that. She doesn't want to rely on a man. She doesn't want to be playing small. She doesn't want to be not showing up fully. She wants to be full and powerful and happy and prosperous and go on vacation and show her kids the world. That's what she wants. I know, because I talk to thousands of you every year. And your story is my story. And I have learned how to apply this beautiful law of energy in the world in order to help you get the career and job that you want. It's not about being smarter. It's not about working harder. It's not about kissing butt and playing office politics. It's about being awesome and being energetically, positively aligned with your soul's power. The law of attraction works for you. When you feel awesome, you will have awesome. When you feel like crap, you will have crap. That's how it works. It's very simple. If you want to have a crappy life, keep feeling crappy. It's 100% guarantee. You know, I have women coming into my workshop. Actually, it's the women who don't come into my workshop who ask me this question. What's your guarantee, Mo? Well, my guarantee is this. If you continue to be fearful and play small and be afraid of taking action for yourself, your life will not be good enough for you. If you take action and love yourself and move into your power, your life will be awesome. It might take some time. Sure, of course it does. It took you 30, 40, 50 years to get where you are now. I can help you get so far in 12 weeks. Can't I? Marissa and Joanne and Beverly and Tracy. I know what is going on in the energetic universe because I've lived the bumps and ups and downs, and I've lived it all. I am energy. And you are energy. You indeed are energy. And if you don't take advantage of the law of attraction and you let it work on you without being in the driver's seat, then you get what your conditioning is. It's 100% guaranteed. And it's not because I'm saying so. It's because it's how the universe is built. It's 100% guaranteed that when you don't get in the driver's seat of your life and you don't bring your soul up and your energy up and you let your conditioning dictate how your life is, your life will be built on conditioning that has been holding you back for. I know. The law of attraction works 24/7. And it's a complete match to the beliefs you have about yourself and the world. 100% match. All the time. Always. Never gets it wrong. Always gets it right. So if you want to go from frowny face, wait, I got my fingers backwards. From frowny face to happy face, you got to change your conditioning. That's the law of attraction. I'm going to dive deeper into this each day this week. We're going to dive into how to change our conditioning, how to change our beliefs. I'm going to dive into how we also let go and suspend disbelief. There's so many opportunities for us to conduct our lives differently than we were told. We were told to be smart, work hard, and we'd be successful. Or we were told, like so many women who already wrote here, that we were told that we were not good enough and that we were going to have a man to be successful, to pay our bills, to take care of our extravagant tastes. No. Kimmy, thanks for sharing this. So if you don't work with me, if you haven't worked with me, if you haven't had a clarity call, even if you had a clarity call and you're now second guessing yourself, what the heck am I doing? Let's get this taken care of for you. Let's get clear about what's really going on and what that conditioning has been doing to pull you off course. If your career is not what you want it to be, it's because you have been pulled off course by your conditioning. And off course means that your path of your soul's purpose has been pulled off course by your conditioning. Someone told you that you were going to have a negative life. Someone told you that you weren't worth it. Someone told you to work harder than you possibly could. It's not true. I'm not saying you don't have to work. I'm not saying that you can just sit on the couch and just look for a $150,000 a year job and just go, oh, I'm on the couch, I'm thinking of this. No, you've actually got to go into it, but you've got to change your conditioning. Energetic beings, the law of attraction is your friend. The law of attraction works for you. Look, if we didn't have the law of gravity, things wouldn't stay on our desks. My phone wouldn't stay in my pocket. So the law of gravity can be negative if I drop something. The law of gravity can be like, oh my God, law of gravity, oh my God, it hates me. Why am I dropping things? But if we put our phone on our desk and we put our little energy stick on our desk, it stays there. I'm using the law of gravity to keep things from floating away from me. So it's just like the law of attraction. There's a negative side of it and there's a positive side of it. It depends on which way you want to use it. Change your conditioning and you will change your life and your career forever. It took you 30 or 40 or 50 or even 60 or 70 years to get where you are, but you can change a lot. It doesn't have to be day for day to change. You can change a lot by having discipline and condition yourself in the way that you want. And I'm going to talk more about that this week. I have so much. I'm going to bring this energy stick with me every single day because I'm like loving this. And again, Shelly Nelson, you rock. You're a kick-ass sister. And those of you who were in the kick-ass coaching program with her, you know she rocks. She gave me this delightful, isn't it so perfect? I just love this. Little energy stick, and it shows for sure that I'm an energy being. And if you were here in my office, I'd let you play with my energy stick too, so you could know 100% that you are an energy being. You are an energy being for sure. Okay? The law of attraction can be your friend. It can also be the thing that you want. You just have to change your thinking, feeling patterns, which is your conditioning. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about suspending disbelief and allowing things to be different than you've ever known them. We're going to talk all through this week about how the law of attraction can be a powerful way for you to have the life that you want and why it may not be happening for you now. Okay? Conditioning is a tough thing to break when it's been drilled into you by people who love you. Supposedly, they've given you things to help you in your life, but they didn't know any better. They knew what they got from their parents or their other coaches or whatever. I was in healthcare for 30 years, and let me tell you that most physicians in healthcare were trained by the people who trained them, by the people who trained them, and we saw behavior and things that came through that was not becoming of human beings, but it was because of how they were treated that they learned that this is the way you act when you're a doctor. Now, I think we're seeing the tumbling of all of that throughout the entire human race on the globe over the last several months. The tumbling of that. We humans are gracious, loving creatures. Let's act that way. Let's get our conditioning to be in alignment with that. And let's get our super smart, wonderful, loving being selves lined up with that's how the world is and that's who we are. And let's put work together with that and have great lives. Great lives. Great lives. Again, it's not a linear situation, is it, Marissa? It's a little up, a little down. But you know what? Most people I work with, their lives are up and down, up and down, up and down. And we start working together and the ups and downs are a little bit less dramatic. And when we know the self, when you truly know who you are and what you are in the world, those are the two belief systems, self and world. When you truly know who you are and what the world is as a loving place, you will have a life that feels good. You will have work that feels good. You will make more money because you have taken a risk to truly be who you are and who the universe, your source, your divine creator, who that being meant you to be. Be the being you were meant to be. Yep, get off the roller coaster. Hey, Peggy, how are you today? So please take stock today. This is the start of the law of attraction. Take stock today of what your beliefs are about yourself and the world. Be brutally honest, because there may indeed be some beliefs that don't feel good, that you're not proud of, that you wished you would wash away so easily. But trust me when I tell you, if they're there and you don't recognize them, they're going to stay there. And they're going to infect and affect what you have in your world, what you have in your life. They're going to show up. So be mindful, be reflective, be honest, be fearlessly searching your own self to find the best parts of you and to heal and clear those parts that might be holding you back. Energy being, it's time to use the law of attraction for your highest good. Let's get at this. I will see you tomorrow, same bat channel, same bat time, same bat everything. I used to love Batman as a little girl. Pow, 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 pow. Let's get deeper into this law of attraction thing, and let's figure out how indeed you can change your beliefs in order to begin to move the law of attraction toward what it is that's going to serve your highest good. Now that you understand what it is, we can now get into it a little bit deeper. And let me tell you this, don't waste any time. If you're here and your career is not what you want it to be, don't waste any time. Don't waste another day doing something or being in work that isn't serving your highest good. Let's get to work at it. Your life is too precious. Book your clarity call. I think Kimmy put the link down below. Let's get going for your sake. Okay? Join the hundreds of other women who have gotten their careers and lives on track and know exactly how it works. It's a beautiful thing when you're in charge, when you're in the driver's seat. It's a beautiful thing. Over and out today. This is your kick-ass career coach. Hey, bring your soul to work and you're going to have the career in life that you have finally wanted. See you tomorrow.